Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the... NBA here. On 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Last game for the Hawks, it was a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. And that's one they'd like to have back. A little more focus would have been enough. Just a 4-point loss.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Let's call it what it was. They got overwhelmed. The matchups were just not in their favor.
And he's still going, but Tim, Klay Thompson has always been celebrated for his run with the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, Kevin, 4 titles, 5 All-Star appearances, 37 points in a quarter. Klay and Steph comprising quite possibly the greatest backcourt tandem in league history.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. I asked, what do you do about Tyrese Maxey, a guy who can spark plays out of thin air? Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, I'm trying to keep someone in front of him all night. I don't want Maxey seeing the shots he wants or the passing lanes he's looking for. It's a tough assignment, but coach says he's got the right guys for the job. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. Here's Arenas. Following the basket by LaMelo Ball. The deep 3 from Porzingis. The rebound by Paul George. Pass to O'Neal. And Shaq with the slam.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And Paul slams it in.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there? It just gets to the rack really easy.
Outside Williams. And off the left side of the rim, and he swirls in for him.
You can't have a better start than that, connecting on 4 of your first 5 field goal attempts.
Now here's Arenas. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Ball with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Outside, Maxey. And he converts the layup.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Williams a screen. Outside for Arenas. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. The 76ers trail. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in. You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
He is just trying to make an impact by disrupting their rhythm.
Now, here's George. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Thompson in the corner. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
Maxey, no good. Atlanta leading by 4. That's to Young from outside the arc. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
That bucket in no time at all. Maxey's got his second bucket of the night.
That's beautiful right there by Maxey. You can play him off the ball or on the ball. Tyrese will find a way to beat you.
Back to Young. Here's Arenas. And it's Arenas with the jam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. 30 seconds left to play in the first. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
That's what he does every night. He stretches the floor. Trae Young at his best.
Pass to George. Paul with a wide open look. Off target with his 3. Arenas with it. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
And so it's Atlanta with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've got Philadelphia. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hawks.
They look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
Embrace analytics more and more over time. That's something you caught on to early in your career.
Well, there is no doubt, Kevin, that they're starting to go more to the analytics. The eye test is really important when you look at just what makes good basketball, but the numbers sometimes can tell you things you didn't even realize as a coaching staff.
As a broadcaster, what numbers do you look at normally right off the top? What things are telltales for you?
One thing that I really look at as opposed to individual plus minus, give me that group of 5 plus minus. That way I know which units are really getting it done together.
Oh, I love that. Here's Maxey. And he drops it in from the low post. Maxey's got 7.
And that's the thing about Maxey. He is wiry, strong. You see him there, absorb the contact, stay on balance, and finish.
Young taking his time here. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. It's tipped and stolen by Williams. Lets the 3 fly. And that's good. Trae Young for 3. Young's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hawks. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A total setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
Outside Arenas. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's going to have the advantage and able to finish that one above the rim.
Here's Ball. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, the defense did just enough to force that miss because he is a good finisher.
Young, no good. The 76ers trailed by 11. From deep, Maxey drains it from beyond the arc. Maxey's got 5 points now this quarter.
The shortest three in the game. Maxey solid from that corner.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And the 76ers making a change here. Atlanta leading by 8. Pass to Ayton. Back to Sexton. Back to Ayton. Now here's Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. Sexton for 3. The Hawks again can't hit. The 76ers trailed by 8. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Now Edgecombe. Carter with the screen. Back to Payton. Pass to Edgecombe. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off from about 19 feet. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, guys. Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Back over to you guys.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. The 76ers trailed by 10. And last season, Tim, Paul Millsap retired. He was an all-star in each of his 4 years in Atlanta.
Well, he helped guide the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals back in 2015. That team overachieved through chemistry, and this group hopes to do the same thing.
Pass to Ayton. Inside. In the corner, Kennard with it. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Back to Christie. In the corner, George with it. Sexton grabs the board. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Hawks. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Left in the first half of the game. The 76ers trailed by 13. Edgecombe with it. Guarded now by Sexton. Kept alive. That shot, no good. Pass to Krejci. Now here's Ayton. Guarded by O'Neal. Here's Krejci. 5 on the clock. Lets it go with the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Sexton for 3. Outside, George trying to find Chet. He's got it now. And the dunk by O'Neal.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's Atlanta up by 12. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Here's Edgecombe. Misses from close range. Greg, we know something every scout liked about B.J. Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many felt he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong, and he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Max Christie. That's his first foul. Here's Porzingis. Outside Arenas. Young in the corner. Edgecombe with the steal.
Yeah, he didn't read the defense very well there. He telegraphed that pass.
George. Offensive rebound. And O'Neal is right there.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly. Outside,
Porzingis. Back to Young. Launches it. And he's good on the three ball. 9 points for Trae Young.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out. Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Pass to Shaq. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
It's his first trip to the line. Tim, one thing about the NBA, there is never a shortage of exciting young players to watch and cover. Who are you excited about in watching them grow and take it from this point forward?
Well, I love two big lead guards. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Cade Cunningham certainly come to mind. Both of those guys are established stars in this league, and yet there is still so much more they can add to their games. The sky is the limit.
And they seem to have the right attitude. Am I right in your assessment?
They are guys that everybody wants to play with. They're mature as leaders as well.
Crafty move. Ball no good. The Hawks leading by 16. Arenas. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 9 points for Gilbert Arenas.
Outstanding vision there from the Latvian. Porzingis showing he can read the floor, capable of setting his guys up.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, the Hawks are trying to involve everyone to take some of the load off Trae Young. Coach Quinn Snyder said, we've been intentional about that. Trae can't do this by himself, and he knows that. Frankly, no player can. Figuring out the ways he can be efficient has been the idea, and he's been making those plays. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good on the triple. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Here's Atlanta now. They've got a 13-2 run going. And GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's now his 4th turnover. He's just been too careless with the basketball.
Atlanta leading by 21. Johnson outside. Back to Sexton. Atlanta again missing. Here's Philadelphia. Here's Ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 6 points for LaMelo Ball.
Making it work in close. Ball getting an agile finish.
Pass to Krejci. Now Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. And stolen by Flag. Good D by Johnson. And the Hawks with possession. They're on a 13-4 run. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
And so it's Atlanta holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The defensive work they've done against
Philadelphia, 26.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And here's Young. Outside Williams. The kick out to Young. Can't connect from long distance.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
Young for 3. Oubre pulls it in.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
Back to Maxey. Another young rising player in this league who's learning as he goes along is Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, he continues to get more responsibility on his plate, and I think as he starts to embrace that leadership role a little bit more and become more vocal, I think then you're going to start to see Philly really do some great things.
Yeah, maturing before our eyes. Thompson outside. Young outside. This one for 3. The Hawks again can't hit.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Bounce pass Maxey. And finished off by O'Neal.
That is a textbook pick and roll orchestrated by Maxey right there, and it's capped off with a perfect delivery.
Young for 3, and Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter, and it's been ugly.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
I love the determination of Tyrese Maxey. Has turned himself into a natural scorer, and he is always hunting the next bucket.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. 6 to shoot. From 15 feet away, it's good.
And one of the things I love about Williams is that he lets the game come to him. When the mid-range opens up, he will take advantage.
Edgecombe with the steal.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
O'Neal. Not stopping O'Neal in close. Wow, what a play.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
The three goes down.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
Outside Porzingis. Missed on the three.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give that here for the Hawks.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, they really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with one game left against this squad.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Porzingis.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebound.
Young! The three is off. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 14-5 run. Maxey. Off the glass. Here's Young. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote. Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, anything they do at this point is going to be futile. Too little, too late.
Now, here is Young. He drills the three. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and with the first step becoming a good
the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Milwaukee Bucks are ready for this thing to get started. Here we go. A time-honored tradition. The NBA on 2K Sports. Sunday night hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. Philadelphia 76ers come into tonight's game after losing earlier in the season in their last game against Milwaukee. That loss brought them down 2-1 in this series matchup. They'd like to steal back that momentum.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
A loss is a loss, but some of them hurt more than others. You just hope the extended overtime minutes didn't sap their energy for this game.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in. This is Shaq at his best, getting that deep position and then just muscling through.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Out to Barrett. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a three-point game.
A physical scoring guard. Maxey is at home on the inside.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. We talked about their defensive game plan for Giannis, and he told me the best way to guard Giannis is to keep him out of the paint and force him to be a jump shooter. The only problem is no one's figured out how to do that consistently. Giannis always seems to find a way to impose his will. Guys, back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. Onside, Barrett. Pass to Giannis. Here he goes. Plays it up off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
Ball with it. And Ball slams it in.
And we knew LaMelo was talented coming into the league. What we didn't quite know was how much of an impact he would make in terms of controlling the flow of the game.
And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Pass to George. And here is Ball. Here's Shaq. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Bucks.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
The three from George to the wing right side. Here's Maxey. Second chance effort. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Watching Tyrese Maxey grow as a player has been special. He's constantly adding new wrinkles to the game, improving his skill set on both sides of the ball.
And Philadelphia making a change here.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Ball. Here's Flag. It's rebounded by Barrett. The Bucks trail. And here is Garland. Wasted no time on that one.
Assisted
Quick release jumper from Garland there, showing how fast he can get rid of it.
And Ball slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And Giannis throws it down.
And how about they don't waste any time matching that throwdown with one of their own.
A show of their determination right there. Outside ball. Pass to Flag. Offline with his three. Outside, Bane. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Maxey. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Bucks lead by 4. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
RJ, one defensive stat that teams are tracking these days, deflections. Why do you think that's so important to them?
Well, it's a measure of your activity and disruption. Even if you don't get the steal, messing up the flow of a team's offense can be so impactful.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Now, here's Garland. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Really left alone that time. Allen's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass. 2 emphatic points from Flag. This rookie has some serious swag.
And Barrett gets it to go.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here, defending the triple.
Garland with it. Maxey covering. Payne looking around. Barrett wide open. He fires. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Tyrese Maxey, a late first-round pick back in 2020. He's become an all-star. He said, quote, "I've always had that chip with me from day one. I had to earn everything I got from a basketball perspective and make a name for myself. I try hard to foresee and envision this." Guys, back to you.
The drive for greatness, something to watch. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Bucks leading by 6. Outside, Porter. To the inside. Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
And Shaq with the slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And Porter, here we go. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
When he's going, KPJ is a deadly offensive player. Can beat you in so many ways, including off the bounce.
Now here is Carter. Scoreless thus far. O'Neal. And Shaq with the slam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Here's Jackson. And here's Prince outside. It's rebounded by O'Neal. Down low. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Isaiah Jackson.
And the leaping ability of Oubre Jr. When he gets inside, this guy's determined to finish.
In general, RJ, how would you describe Kelly Oubre's value to a franchise?
We know what Oubre provides a team. He's a versatile player who adds length. When he's aggressive on the offensive end, his slashing and movement can cause problems.
From deep, Prince buries the long-range jumper. Prince has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. To the middle, here's O'Neal. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Now, here's Porter. O'Neal with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. Count that one. Now just a 3-point Bucks lead.
Nice play by Edgecombe. He has the strength and body control to finish.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. .46 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Drummond. Over in the corner, Christie. No good. That would have tied it. Milwaukee leading by 3 from outside the arc. And that's good. Darius Garland for 3. Garland's got 7 points in the game. Here's Edgecombe. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Giannis inside. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Here's Garland. On the wing, Giannis. Oubre pulls it in. The 76ers trailed by 6. Here's Edgecombe. And he lays it straight in. Edgecombe's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the 76ers. Kicks it out to Allen. In the corner, it's Payne. Misses the 3. And the 76ers with possession. Christie. Giannis grabs the miss. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Barrett. And Barrett keeps it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intention.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
And the layup's good off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Milwaukee lead.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Philadelphia. Shaq with the screen. Axie on the wing. Now here's Ball. 8 points for him. Clock at 4. Here's Shaq. And stopping O'Neal in close. Wow, what a play.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Stolen by Ball. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. Got that one up quick. Now it's just a 3-point Milwaukee lead.
The number of threes are increasing for Maxey since he entered the league. He is getting more comfortable out there.
Stolen by Allen. Left side, Bane. And stolen by Flyer. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Another three for Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
In the corner, Barrett with it. Bucks passing it around. Allen for 3. The shot, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Back to Shaq for the lead. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Right side, Garland. And the Bucks miss again. Here's Philadelphia. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Maxey, no good. Here's Milwaukee now. It's Barrett on the wing. Allen outside. The 3. Rebound by the 76ers.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Back to Garland. Cans it from downtown. Garland's got 12.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Shaq. Rebounded by Jackson. Bucks leading by 3. Trent outside. Back to Kuzma. Right side, Porter. And here's Trent outside. O'Neal with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Up top, Kuzma. And sent back by O'Neal.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Bucks ahead, leading by 3. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. Coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done. So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
Now, here's Garland. Garland is doubled. Outside, Bain. Pass to Garland. From deep three-point land. Does not score for only the second time in 7 shots this game. Here's Edgecombe. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's all knotted up.
So fast and powerful. Edgecombe's drive, so explosive.
Outside, Bain. And they double up Allen. Kicks it out to Garland. 5 on the clock.
Blocking foul call. Garrett Lively. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Fires for 3. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
3 points.
And the Bucks lead by 3.
He is a leader on and off the floor. Garland, this man is a coach's dream.
George looking around. 5 to shoot. It's tipped. Antetokounmpo with the steal. There's Garland. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The assist goes to...
And now a 5-point Milwaukee lead.
Looking for a high percentage shot. Garland wants the best look he can get.
And it's George finishing it off.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Garland. Six on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo. Jumper is off. And so here is Philadelphia. It's a 3-point game. Outside, George. O'Neal. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Knocks down the 3.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Now, here's Garland. And he makes that one count.
The basketball IQ that Garland possesses, oh, well, it's impressive. He does a fantastic job using that pick and roll to get a bucket.
And that one is good.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
It's good.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Oh, sticks the putback.
We have gotten used to this kind of dominance from Shaq. He just knows how to take over games.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, let's hear it for you. Into the box.
Here's Bain. Allen outside. From deep. O'Neal there for the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Edgecombe. Paul George. The 3 goes down.
Huge bucket from George, leaning on the bat in that spot.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And the Bucks making a change here.
Number 22, Desmond Bain.
bounces it. O'Neal there for the rebound. It's going to take something special for him to make a comeback here.
And the question, Kevin, is do they have the time to do it and the patience? You have to say it's a long shot.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. And stolen by Kuzma. Onto the Kumbo. That one is off. And now the fast break. George with the ball.
And that's what they teach you at every level. Get a body on your man, box out, grab the board.
And Philadelphia has possession. Trailing by 4. Buries the deep ball.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-point.
So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.